Hello, beautiful Cancer. Welcome to your reading. If you're watching this on a New Year's Day, I'm wishing you a happy new year. We're going to start by pulling your symbols, and this will be your reading for money, success, career for the next 4 weeks. And we're going to start out with interpreting the symbols. These are going to give us a general idea of what's coming, what's leaving, and then we're going to look into the coffee cup. At the end, I'm going to pull some tarot cards to by week energies. You see the week by week energies. We have an owl. This owl can be someone who who's a wise person who's going to bring some good advice to you. And an apple temptation will test you. So the owl can be also giving you an advice about a temptation, maybe something, an investment, an idea. Maybe it doesn't really have any future and this person can foresee that. Okay, just pay attention to those kind of clues. We have a weeping willow, a family sorrow. This can be about a family financial issue that you're going to hear about. By the way, if you go on to enjoy this message, go ahead and hit subscribe. We have fox here, shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. So you're going to be overall in a very good position. Certain things might be showing up as the life goes on. That's why maybe you have a family sorrow here, but this doesn't mean this is a negative thing. Maybe out of it that you're going to actually build something amazing. Elephant here is a long journey, either physical or mental. Will leave you wiser at the end. Another thing with the elephant's energy is it symbolizes long-term financial security, structure, stability, okay? And also elephants are highly intelligent creatures, so it can be you grabbing that wisdom and using for future projects. We have a bouquet here, compliments from an admirer, and because this is about material stuff, this can be a material gift that you will be receiving within these next 4 weeks. Let's see what's happening inside the coffee cup. I see there are two eyes already looking at you. They kind of look like wise old here owl. So within the first week, probably someone is coming forward. I see like a tree bark walking towards you. This person can be a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn, a good one of those. So if you know any of the earth signs that has negative energy, this is not that. This is someone who's wise and they like to share their wisdom. They like to share what they have. And they're slowly walking towards you because the earth signs usually take their time, and they might bring you some valuable insight, and they even have like a coverage above their head. So this person might have something to cover their own back, and they can also show up. Maybe they show you how to create that for yourself, or maybe they're sharing their coverage, they're sharing their shelter with you. I see there's a pathway opening after that. This can be even maybe if you're gonna travel somewhere, this person is allowing you to stay in their space, and this can be like career-wise, this can be future goals that you have, the vision that you need to make it happen, so you might have to travel for it. This person is going to maybe even show you where to stay, where to get certain things and how to apply. And I see another thing on the pathway here. There is a bag of gold right there waiting for you in the beginning. So this person can be your financier, okay? And there's a gateway opening. This kind of looks like a rainbow, and there's a pot of gold right under it. And on the other side of the rainbow, we see a tree protected. Tree can be family tree. So for some of you, I feel like maybe you're starting on a project that will require your full time and attention, time, your energy. It has to go there. The tree is the family tree. It's protected. So there is something happening in the family. It might call on your attention, but it doesn't mean it might call on all of your energy. So if you're feeling like, oh, this thing happened now, I have to spend all my energy on that, don't think of it that way, because it seems like the family tree is protected. There are other people who can resolve the situation. Okay, maybe you are the one who always steps up. That's why people are used to you stepping up again. But when you say, you know what, I have life issues here, I have other things happening, it seems like you're going to like faced with, like, the people are going to really pick up the things where you left off, and they're going to protect the family tree. Okay, I want to see what this family sorrow is about, because I see there's like okay, Four of Pentacles is, there's a person here whose head is covered. Like, we cannot really see the face, but we can see the silhouette. Someone might not be putting the effort that they need to put into a certain family thing. Okay, that's why probably you have a family sorrow here. Four of Pentacles is person here holding on to what he has very tightly, but then stepping on two and just displaying one out in the open. This is imbalance, guys. Maybe some people are in the family wasting the family savings, or they're not really taking care of what they need to take care of. So if you have like a land that requires taking care of, these people might not be looking at it properly, or maybe they are just using the resources in a very wasteful way. It seems like here, I told you it doesn't really require your full attention, but it might require you to just give them instructions to balance these things out, because these people might not know what they're doing. Okay, this can be a family business. This can be overall your family, and eventually, yes, you need to walk away from that. But when you leave, you're creating a team of people that they are actually taking care of the situation, and you don't have to think about it. You definitely need to move on to your adventure, the thing that you're working on, which I see there are two legal papers in between. There's a long pathway. There's a little branch growing here, a massive fruit. So you're going to mind your own business after you take care of that issue. And that business is going to maybe starting small, but what it brings is going to be massive. You can see what it's yielding is massive. This tree is tiny, but the fruit is bigger, massive size here. Right here, there's a clean slate. So you might really, when you get that massive outcome, if this is something that you produce something, maybe get new machines, start anew, or readjust the contracts. It can be something that you will have a clean slate here. And then I see another person right there who has a fish and many people behind them. So it can be even attracting what you're building is attracting very influensive people who has influence. Okay, and also money. Fish symbolizes wealth, abundance, resources, and money, and it's getting their attention, and they might show up within maybe third week. And there is a massive diamond coming, maybe even two diamonds here offering you something. This can be about picking up the idea that you have and grow it. It can be if you're working in a place, a promotion for you. If you're looking for resource, maybe you're not working at all, but you're looking for a resource to help you support yourself. This is going to depend on a skill that you have. This can be even your ability to articulate your needs and maybe write it down, put it on the paper. Okay, and it seems like it is a gem here that you don't recognize, but others can see it. What happens here is the gem is going to attract another gem to it. Okay. And I see that you're even rising from where you are to the hill. Maybe you're going to get like an upgrade, life upgrade here when you recognize that gem. Towards the end of the month, I see there's a flower, a rose blooming on top, like at the end of a pathway. The pathway doesn't really lead anywhere. You might be going to a trip and coming back. And when you come back, you might find something there. The bouquet, the compliment from an admirer, the rose that is actually love, confession of love. Even though this is about money, this can also be confession of how talented and amazing you are. Maybe there's a person out there who cannot really operate without you. I see 10 of Pentacles on the bottom. It can be a family, okay, that eventually family maybe understands that how valuable you are, your input to certain things, okay? They might really confess that. Let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, and intention, hold in your mind. I see your desire coming fast and then pauses and then keeps going, and it creates a tears of joy for you. What happens here is there is a crowd, like there's a crowd that you will be speaking to. This can be an online crowd. This can be a family crowd. There's a second desire also coming forward. And the pot of gold is right here again. So it can be something that you're sharing might have a massive value because it just brings this pot of gold into your life. Massive value, maybe teaching, maybe a skill that you're showing people. or like it doesn't have to be face to face. It can be a virtual thing that people are going to collect to watch what you're doing. And I see here there's a mountain, and this kind of looks like a flat hill, but you climbing up on top of it too. But it requires you to get outside of your comfort zone and do some things differently than you usually do. Okay, let's dive into the tarot now. I'm gonna go week by week, so if you have specific questions about each week, how the things are going to work out, it's good to focus on those ones. Okay, let us see now what you need to know. Oh, two of them want to come. We have the Ten of Cups again here. Dreams come true, happily ever after. But then also there's a devil right there. Okay, this is about the shadow, the material things, focusing on obsessing over getting things done. So some of you might be feeling like, okay, this family issue that requires a lot of my attention, and if I don't look at it, it's not going to resolve. I feel like this is something mentally that challenging you. It's not something physically that required to be there, but there is a challenge. This is something that you need to overcome and understand. You don't have to be there. You don't have to. Maybe you can be there for 1 hour a day, but you don't have to be there 24 hours of the week, the day, basically, or 7 days of the week. This is a situation that will take care of itself, but first you need to trust that it will, because if you keep overthinking this material situation in the family, it might just get stuck where it is. Okay, let's see what's happening within the second week. Seems like when you actually mind your own business, meaning holding the vision, ships incoming, ships are leaving the port here. These are your ships sailing towards a new adventure. Your plans are actually you start to execute your plans and you see them working out. When you mind your own business, you're going to go on a new adventure. This thing of the past, or this thing that has already happened, is not going to bother you anymore. Another thing with the Three of Wands energy, this is expansion, this is growth, this is new adventures. This is not really getting stuck in where you are. It's expanding to the fields, areas, or growing in the area that you're skillful at, or whatever your heart's desiring. You will have the courage to go after it and even more. Okay, when it comes to third week, we have the King of Pentacles, which when you do, it will bring a lot of financial stability, wealth, and security. And you might even become a rock for others. Even though this is masculine energy, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. You will even, like, it doesn't matter what your gender is. You're going to embody this powerful, slow, calm, like lounging. Basically, this person is not really rushing. They're having fun. They're enjoying their life. You're going to have that clarity, that relaxation. Okay? So, but it starts with holding the vision rather than what you don't want to see in your life, and thinking, don't tire your mind with the things that other people can also participate in. Okay, put your 2 cents in and then move to your own life, your own goals, your material goals. When it comes to fourth week, yes, not only that you're becoming an authority, creating stability, but also enjoying it, because 9 of Pentacles is all about enjoying that what you create. This can be temporary, like a short-term goal that is coming to life as well. But the fourth week is all about self-sufficiency, prosperity, luxury, enjoying what you're creating with that patience, this moving forward towards your goal and holding the vision. Okay, it's all about enjoying what you're creating here. Let's see what the oracle has to say here, because I wonder if this family issue, this can be also chosen families or through marriage families. Maybe you're partnering up with another company, or if you're going to school, these can be the people that you are working together in the school, like maybe creating projects with. Do your own part, leave the rest to the others. We have serendipity, which is the 4-leaf cloud coming. There's definitely peace in the cards for you. Calmness, peace, prosperity, abundance, promotion for some of you, structure. You see this flying here, this beautiful 4-leaf flower is flying right there. So there's structure coming forth into your life. Okay, but you need to first focus on the things that benefit you rather than the things that really not bring anything to your life. We have to buy the book here. They're a family of elephants moving forward. So I feel like here, because if you have any problems with the family or the people that are surrounding you, everything is going to fall into the right place. Everybody is going to take the charge, take the place that they need to take place, and they're going to do everything by the book. They're going to actually maybe even do the things perfectly than you can fathom. That's why it's okay to mind your own business. Do what brings you joy, and whatever it is that you need to handle, focus on that first, okay? Let's see your affirmation for during this timeline. We have beautiful lilies, I think they are. When I make joy a priority, brilliant ideas will come naturally. Support will surround me and movements will form. We love that. All right, beautiful Cancer, that's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to leave some more videos on screen here so you can enjoy them too. And I wish you a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.